We are Baltimore. We are Arizona.
It's the final game of this homestand. Roof and panels open again here tonight. For the first time since June 6th, we are playing underneath the beautiful desert sky in downtown Phoenix. And as we celebrate MLB's 14th annual Roberto Clemente Day, it's the D-backs with a chance for a series win tonight over San Diego. Robbie Ray gets the start against Andrew Kashner. It's the Diamondbacks and the Padres on Fox Sports Arizona. And good evening from Chase Field. Welcome to the broadcast. Steve Berthune, Luis Gonzalez along the way. Bob Brenly has the night off tonight. The D-backs with a chance for a series win here, Gonzo. Robbie Ray on the mound. He's given up a total of only 3 runs in his last 3 starts.
Yeah, he's really come around the corner here. He struggled a little bit in the middle of the season, but now he's starting to get back in a groove. And we hope he could bookend it and feel good here at the end of the year and carry it into the offseason.
So Robbie Ray will face a Padres lineup loaded with some pretty heavy-duty right-hand hitters, although no Justin Upton in the lineup for Pat Murphy tonight. Upton, we are told, is under the weather. So it's Robbie Ray and Andrew Kashner. Wellington Castillo has the night off. Jared Saltalamacchia will get the start behind the plate. 3 home runs in his last 4 games for Salty.
Yeah, he's really come up big. I think he really started to find his niche now. He feels really comfortable here in Arizona. 455 average. This guy is really killing it, even coming off the bench, but he's done a fantastic job in the starting role also.
So that 3-run homer in the 9th inning here Sunday against Dodgers closer Kenley Jansen. So it's Salty and Robbie Ray, the battery for the Diamondbacks tonight as they go for their series win here over San Diego. When we come back, some thoughts on the great one, Roberto Clemente, as we reflect on a legend. And then it's first pitch. Roof and panels open at Chase Field. The Padres and the Diamondbacks on Fox Sports Arizona. Brought to you in part by Cox Gigablast. How will you live the gig life?
by Lone Butte Casino. You're in for more winning moments at Lone Butte Casino. And by Jack in the Box. For a limited time, try the new Portobello Mushroom Buttery Jack with melted garlic herb butter.
Welcome back. It's a beautiful night for a ball game. The roof is open here at Chase Field as we count you down to first pitch between the Padres and Diamondbacks in this rubber match. Well, throughout the course of a season, there are certain days where the game takes on greater meaning. Today being such as Major League Baseball and the Arizona Diamondbacks celebrate the life and legacy of Roberto Clemente. Not only a tremendous player, a 15-time All-Star, he garnered 2 World Series champions and had 3,000 hits, but perhaps no more than just his heart and hustle on the field is all the work and dedication he put towards people and life, trying to make it all better off the field.
Obviously, he was a great player, but for someone to lose their life doing humanitarian work, I think that alone sets a good example for younger players to see. Like, it doesn't matter how good of a player you are, you can be one of the best, and it can still be very worthwhile and very important to give back. And we shouldn't lose sight of that.
And just moments before the ball game, Paul Goldschmidt honored by the Diamondbacks as their nominee for the Roberto Clemente Award. Of course, he's meant so much to this franchise, and now we will see what he can do tonight against the Padres as the D-backs try to take the rubber match and this homestand on a winning note before they hit the road for their California tour. They try to get a victory here in the desert. We're counting down to first pitch. See you on the other side.
Field, it's September in Arizona, a beautiful late summer night in the desert. Roof and panels open here. The atmosphere in the ballpark not quite ready for October as we try and hang on to a little more baseball. Final game of this homestand, a chance for a series win tonight before we set off on a 10-game NL West road trip through San Francisco, LA, and then San Diego, where we finish up against these Padres. Your Arizona Ford starting pitcher for the D-backs tonight. He's 23-year-old lefty Robbie Ray. A win over the Dodgers in his previous start, his first win since July 7th. And his pitching coach, Mike Harkey, looking for Robbie tonight to build on that against these Padres.
Just seen him battle every time out there. But, I'd like to see a little bit more consistency in his tempo. I'd like to see a little bit more consistency in his command of his pitches. And just to continue to attack, but just with a little bit more sense of urgency.
Robbie Ray has allowed a total of only 3 runs in his last 3 starts, but trying to get more efficient and pitch deeper into ball games.
He's lasted more than 5 innings only 4 times in his last 11 starts, Gonza.
Yeah, we desperately need him to try to get a little bit deeper in the game, and the big thing with him is his pitch count.
Will Myers leads it off. We are underway. The crew chief Tom Hellion is our plate umpire. Will Myers getting the start tonight in left field. 265 and 7 homers. No Justin Upton tonight. We are told he is under the weather. And so we've got Myers in left and Brett Wallace, the former Sun Devil, at first. 2-0 on Myers.
There you see Justin Upton in the dugout for the San Diego Padres. And the Padres heading off after this game over to Colorado.
Their road trip continues as well. There's a strike, 2-1. Heard Mike Harkey talking about pace and rhythm. 2 things Robbie Ray was saying last week he needs to work on to get more efficient. He's behind on the leadoff man here. 3-1.
Yeah, and I think the big thing for him is he desperately needs to try to quit getting into these 3-ball counts, 3-1, 3-2 situations, because your defense starts to play flat.
He walks the leadoff man, and the walks have been an issue as of late. The lineup for Pat Murphy's San Diego Padres.
Yeah, leading off for the Padres, you just saw Will Myers, who took the walk there. Solarte hitting second. Matt Kemp in the 3-hole playing right field. Brett Wallace getting the start today at first base. Jed Jerko playing shortstop, hitting 5th. And then Corey Spangenberg playing second base. Melvin Upton Jr. getting the start today in center field. Austin Hedges catching. And Andrew Katchner on the mound.
And Hervé Solarte, the third baseman. 273 and 12 homers. Not the start Robbie Ray was looking for, walking the leadoff man. He has walked Robbie Ray at least 3 batters in a ball game 7 times in his last 11 starts. The bases on balls have been an issue.
They really have here. 7 pitches. The way you get out of this right here is try to get a ground ball double play, just to eliminate, continue to throw more pitches.
And there it is. Chris Owings, Brandon Drury, can he turn it? He does. The rookie getting the start at second base. Just what the doctor ordered. 2 down.
Yeah, if you can do that after walking the first one, here you see the ground ball over to shortstop. Nice turn there by Owings. Across the diamond to Drury and over to first base to Goldschmidt. If you can avoid, the walks like he has early in the game, but you can get the ground balls to eliminate the pitch count from getting up. Exactly what he did there to get 2 quick outs.
Brings up Matt Kemp. Kemp 265 and 21 home runs. 3rd in the National League in RBIs. And you saw that OPS. It's down 100 points from what it was last season with the Dodgers.
Right, to me, Kemp has quietly snuck up on 100 RBIs, because if you look at their team record, and he's had Will Myers hurt, who's hitting in front of him today. He's had some injuries in that lineup where he's kind of tried to stay consistent and driving in runs.
Well, he's had a very good second half, Matt Kemp. Just over 290 since the All-Star break and 47 RBIs in 54 games. So he's been very productive.
That'll do it. That'll help you get to 100 RBIs in a hurry.
That's out of play. Take a look at the Diamondbacks around their left-hander Robbie Ray, our mid-first bank starting defense.
Well, starting out in left field, Peralta flanked in center by Chris Pollock, and then in center field, Inciarte. The Gold Glover, Goldschmidt at first. Drury getting the start today at second. Owings at short. Lamb at third. Robbie Ray on the mound, and catching today, Saltalamacchia.
And Brandon Drury, just saw him turn a double play. His second big league start at second base, as the Diamondbacks want to get a look at Brandon both at third and at second before they head into the offseason, and some decisions may have to be made.
Yeah, Drury really played well in spring training. He looked like a natural second baseman, although he is a third baseman by trade.
Brandon, he's a big guy, 6'1", 215, so his size profiles more at third, but he moves well. And this year really did split his time equally, both at Mobile and Reno, between second and third base.
And I think when you're a young player, you're going to do whatever the team wants you to do to try to get to the big leagues as quick as possible.
Will the question, Gonzo, become not where it's best for Brandon Drury, but where the best fit is for the Diamondbacks at this point?
Well, I think so. If you want to stay in the big leagues, obviously there's going to be a lot of teams inquiring about him.
Robbie Ray strikes out Matt Kemp. A strikeout and a double play ball. We are underway. Roof and panels open up. A beautiful night here at home in Arizona. June 6th, back open tonight against your Arizona Ford starting pitcher for the Padres. It's Andrew Cashner, the 29-year-old right-hander, tonight facing the Diamondbacks for the 5th time this year. No secrets at this point. Here's Jake Lamb.
Be aggressive with that fastball. He's got a really good fastball. He likes using it, so we just got to be the aggressive team we are and hit that fastball.
A.J. Pollock will get the first look at the Cashner fastball. He's got 2 of them, both mid-90s, the 4-seam and the 2-seam. The record 5-15. No pitcher in Major League Baseball has lost more games. Much of that has had to do with poor run support, however, although you see the ERA 4.27. That's way up from his ERA last year. And the walks have been a real problem for him, Gonzo, in recent starts.
Yeah, it really has. And to me, he's one of the tough pitchers out there in the league. He's just suffered a little bit with some setbacks here. He just hasn't been able to get run support or pitch well.
1-1 on A.J. Pollock. Out to right. Drops in front of Matt Kemp. A leadoff single for A.J. He's now hit safely in 6 straight. The lineup for Chip Hale's Diamondbacks.
Well, leading off for the D-backs, you just saw there A.J. Pollock, who I called Chris earlier, batting second. Ender Inciarte hitting third. The All-Star Paul Goldschmidt hitting fourth. David Peralta getting the start today behind the plate. Jared Saltalamacchia, Jake Lamb playing third. Brandon Drury hitting 7th, playing second base. Chris Owings at shortstop, and on the mound, Robbie Ray hitting 9th.
Now, there's a reason you called him Chris Pollock,
did.
right?
I played with a guy named Chris Pollock earlier in my career, and he also played for the Montreal Expos. He didn't hit anything like A.J. Pollock.
Ender Inciarte.
That tends to happen sometimes in baseball when you play with guys with the same last name.
Was that in Alaska you played with him?
I did. I played with him in Alaska, and he was one of Randy Johnson's teammates for a long time in Montreal.
And this is another example of why Chip Hale flip-flopped. A.J. Pollock and Ender Inciarte 1 and 2 in the lineup. A.J. had been hitting recently a lot of hard grounders to second base, hitting into double plays, and this gives them a better right balance, and it allows Ender maybe to pull that ball through the hole into right field here in just this situation. With Spangenberg near the second base bag and Wallace holding Pollock on the bag at first.
Well, I tell you, Pollock's had a fantastic year again. I'd be really shocked if I don't see him at the end of the season picking up a Silver Slugger award for his offensive accomplishments that he's had this year.
I think he's definitely get some MVP votes. You have to fill out top 10 when you vote for the MVP, so we could get his share of votes at the back end of that ballot. 1-1 now on Inciarte.
I agree with you. And the only thing, I mean, you look at his stolen bases up there. The only thing really holding him back is the fact that he's hit first or second in this lineup. He's not in the middle of the lineup, but the way he's produced, he could almost hit 3, 4, 5 in a major league lineup and produce.
AJ since July 1st hitting over 330. He's had a tremendous season. Holds it first. Ender shoots it out the other way. Drops in front of Myers out there. A pair of singles to lead it off against Andrew Cashner. And here's Goldie. Take a look where AJ ranks Gonzo. He's among the best in the business.
Well, you got to like those numbers, especially when you got a guy like that leading off. Try to be the table setter for a guy like Paul Goldschmidt in the middle. Average up there 317. RBIs was 67. You got to wonder if he's hitting in the middle of the order. He'd almost be at 100. Stolen bases 35.
He can definitely be a middle of the order type bat.
There's no doubt if you leave something in the zone and he gets it, he'll hit it out of the ballpark for a mistake like he did yesterday.
Goldie 9 first inning home runs this year. 316, 28 homers. Second in the league in RBIs. Ball one. Bryce Harper and Joey Votto, the only players in the majors with a higher OPS than Goldie. Goldie walked 3 times last night. Had an RBI double Monday in the series opener.
Yeah, when you're the big man in the lineup, you always hope that there's a couple other guys hot at the same time. If not, you're not going to see many pitches. You're going to be that one guy labeled in the other dugout as the guy not to let beat you in the ball game.
He may be stuck with that for the rest of his life, I think. Take a look at the Padres around Andrew Cashner, the First Bank starting defense for San Diego.
Oh, you got Myers out in left field. You got a picture of him there. Upton in center. Kemp in right. Playing first base. Wallace, the ASU guy. Spangenberg at second base. Jorko at shortstop. Solarte playing third today. Hedges behind the plate, and Cashner on the mound.
1-2 on Goldie. .97. Cashner throws hard out there. Big fastball from Andrew Cashner. You heard Jake Lamb talk about that. He'll average 95, 96 with both the 4-seam and the 2-seam. He really relies on that sinker. He'll throw it about half the time. And Cashner's got that hard slider that comes in at 86. Changeup about the same speed, but with so much fastball velocity, he is still able to get that 10-mile-an-hour difference between the fastball and the change of pace. Two and two. Well, you saw Austin Hedges set up way outside, and they get Goldie for the first down here in the first.
Left fielder.
He kept going out there on Goldie. Goldie did a good job of fouling some pitches off. That one just a little bit off the plate, not far enough for Goldie to reach out there. And there's no secret, Cashner. He's thrown a couple games against the D-backs, and they've got a good video footage of him, and all the guys had some plate appearances, except for the guys who've just come up late in the season. Other than that, they've pretty much seen all his patterns when he's thrown against them.
David Peralta, 9th in the National League with that .306 batting average. I hear a freight train whistle out there. Spangenberg, Jerko, and they roll it. So Cashner gives up a pair of singles to lead off the ball game, gets the strikeout and the double play. No score through 1 at Chase Field.
Back season ticket holder. Choose from full, half, series, or weekend plans. Season ticket holders enjoy unique benefits, access to exclusive events, flexible payment plans, and much more. View the 2006 schedule, 2016 schedule, and get tickets online now at dbacks.com or call 602-514-8400.
And Gonzo will come to your house for a barbecue.
You know what?
Yeah.
There's a misprint on this thing. I just want to let you know it's 2106 they put on here.
See? It ain't easy, is it? Really easy in the team shop here at Chase Field. Everything you need right there.
I think BB tried to sabotage me here on this read is what he did.
You were set up.
He's probably rolling over right now. He's in the fetal position, cracking up.
Brett Wallace, the ASU Sun Devil, 319.
I'm trying to get a witness in here. Everybody's walking away from me in the booth. Nobody wants to see.
They're all laughing.
2106 is what it says over here. I was like, 2106? Wait a minute. I appreciate it, guys.
Maybe we'll try selling some tickets again later. You're right. It says 2106.
You got it, too. Okay.
dbacks.com/tickets.
Anyway, get your tickets for 2016. Please.
Well, what kind of advantages are there if you want to be a season ticket holder? Because you're involved in all that stuff.
I am. There's different advantages coming down to different suites. Come down on the field for early batting practice. Get to meet some of your favorite players down there. A little meet and greet.
Into the shift. Brandon Drury smothers it in the outfield, but he's got no play, and Wallace has a leadoff single in the second. That's his first hit in the series, Brett Wallace. He had struck out twice in a couple of pinch hit at bats.
Jed Jerko.
Brings up Jed Jerko, the shortstop.
Man, I'm still flustered on that read right there.
Stay within yourself.
breathe, right?
Jerko, 243, 14 homers. Well, Robbie Ray already got one double play ball. Let's see if he can roll one more here.
Well, I think the big thing for Robbie Ray, too, now this is the second inning. He's let the leadoff hitter get on again. At this level, when you continue to do that, you're going to get hurt sooner or later.
He walked Myers to open up the ball game, erased that runner on a double play ball after he struck out Solarte. And now a leadoff single to Wallace. 0-1 on Jed Jerko. That ball is hammered toward the corner to foul. Quickly 0-2. Robbie was talking about pace and rhythm and flow, and we heard Mike Harkey about that. And Robbie thinks that once the game begins, he starts to slow down out there. And that's really just not who he is as a pitcher, he says. And he needs to realize that earlier in the games when he gets the ball back from the catcher. Just get back out there on the mound and attack guys. He says that's who he is. So we'll see if he goes into attack mode here.
Well, and I think the quicker he learns that he's got a pretty good defense behind him. These guys can run the ball down in the outfield, and the infield's got pretty good hands out there. And once you trust those guys, your biggest thing is to try to keep the ball down now and not let it get out of the ballpark. Keep it in the ballpark, and these guys are going to make the plays for you.
Well, Robbie has matched his career high of 8 strikeouts in a game. 5 times in his last 11 starts, he's had 8 strikeouts, so he is attacking at different points in the ball game, but he's only had 1 win over those 11 starts because the walks and the foul balls start piling up. We've talked about that ad nauseum this year, and then sooner or later he's at 95 pitches in the 5th inning and he's got to come out. And this at bat so far, a good example. He's ahead of Jerko 0-2, but looking for that pitch to put him away. He did not go. Dan Bellino down at first.
You know, and to me, sometimes the pitch that'll put you away, especially when you're down 0-2, you're already offensively in a defensive mode because you already know the pitcher's trying to make that nasty pitch to get you out. Sometimes the one right down the middle is the one that'll get you.
Especially when you got that 95-mile-an-hour fastball like Robbie has. And again, Jed Jerko fouls it off, stays alive, extends the at-bat. This has been the story of Robbie Ray's season.
Yeah, all of a sudden you look up here, he's at 27 pitches.
Yeah, and he's only got 3 outs.
Just up and in at 95. It's even 2 balls and 2 strikes on Jerko. Jerko's got 3 hits in the series, all singles. But extending this at bat. 8th pitch coming up. Two and two. The fly ball out to short right. Ender Inciarte. 1 down in the second. Brings up Corey Spangenberg.
Second baseman, number 15.
Just an elevated fastball there, just up in the zone.
It's a fairly right-hand heavy lineup for the most part for Pat Murphy. He's got Solarte, the switch hitter, and Wallace and Spangenberg, the 2 left-hand bats. Spangenberg 267. He's got 2 home runs.
Well, here's where you got to do your damage against the left-handed guys. One already has gotten a base hit. You're up there pitching lefty-lefty. You got to try to neutralize and get these guys out.
If you're going to go into attack mode, you would think you would really do that against the left-hand hitters if you're Robbie. But he's behind 2-0.
Trying to overthrow there.
Spangenberg, as you can see here, not a huge sample size, but he's done all right against left-hand pitching. There's a strike, 2-1. Chip Hale, talking about Robbie Ray, says the arm is fantastic. He's proven he can throw it hard. Great movement on the fastball. It's certainly a swing and miss fastball. But the walks are the problem. Great catch right behind or in the D-back dugout. There it is, Jamie Romack. Jamie Romack's already got a contract. Phil Nevin on the right there, the manager of Reno. He had Jamie Romack all year. You never made a catch like that for me this year. Jamie had a really good year with the Aces. 2-2.
He's really late on those fastballs. 95 miles an hour.
But he's staying alive and extending the at-bat. There's the strikeout. Got him to chase. 2 down. Second strikeout for Robbie. Robbie got the first 2 outs or on 8 pitches. But he has struggled to put guys away. Really having a workout there, Gonzo.
Nice breaking ball right there, down and away. You'd like to see him get a couple guys on first or second pitches here just to try to neutralize his pitch count a little bit so it doesn't get up there around the 5th or 6th inning and he's sitting at 85, 90 pitches.
Well, this is the guy against whom to do that, Melvin Upton Jr. But again, ball 1. Melvin Upton Jr., 243, 5 homers, his first year with the Padres. Fred Wallace still at first after the leadoff single. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
You got to be careful with Upton Jr. You leave something like that over the middle half of the plate, he'll hit it up in the seats. He's got that short, quick swing.
Grounded out as a pinch hitter last night.
You got to stay away from him, keep it out of the zone.
2-1. Well, you've got the rookie catcher Austin Hedges on deck. He's not much of a hitter. And Robbie already approaching 40 pitches here through 1 2/3. 2-2.
That's a great pitch right there. You know, Upton's trying to pull the ball. Here you see that pitch on the outer half.
You know, he's trying to pull the ball, so keep it away.
Flying open. Yeah, you got to keep it on that outside half until he makes an adjustment. Shows you he can hit that pitch away.
Tried it again there at 95.
Another great catch up there in the seats tonight. Got some good players out here today.
40 pitches for Robbie, 24 strikes, and 24 pitches in this second inning. And now he's gone full on Upton, 3-2 with Hedges on deck. There goes Wallace from first. It's outside ball 4. Second walk of the ball game for Robbie Ray.
Well, tonight our Valley Honda keys to the game are attack and finish them. Attack. He's got to attack that strike zone. He's got to go right after these guys early and finish them. He can't get into those 2-strike foul ball counts where they continue to hit foul balls.
Well, they've already done a ton of that, and Robbie's at 42 pitches. He's walked 2 in the ball game. Wallace at second, Upton at first, and here's Hedges.
See, the problem is I'm filling in for BB, and I didn't get these keys to the game down to him early enough to get down there. Robbie Ray, these are going to be my keys to the game, buddy. Make me look good.
Well, you were working out the season ticket thing. Hedges 168, couple of home runs.
Still trying to find out who did that typo error.
Well, you got ambushed. It happens. 0-1.
Nobody wants to fess up to it.
Yeah. That's why we always refer to them as our moderately reliable staff.
There you go.
Derek Norris still not in the lineup tonight. He might be available to pinch hit after he took a foul ball off his hand the other night. Their starting catcher, so it's Hedges, the rookie, back there again. Robbie Ray, 44 pitches and counting. He's lasted more than 5 innings only 4 times in his last 11 starts. Here's Derek Norris. Goldie is on it. They'll get the play at second. And Chris Owens get a foot down on the bag, and they get Upton. Some Goldie D, America's first baseman, sends us to the home half of the second. No score, the D-backs and the Padres. Diamondbacks and Padres set for the home half of the second. Great view, great food. Time for selfies. Good night to beat the ballpark.
Yes, it is.
It's beautiful here. No photo bombing, please. Oh, he needs help. Can you take our picture? What button do I hit? Jared Saltalamacchia. How many selfies do you think you take a day? You're down there all the time doing those.
I don't know.
Every time I look down, somebody's trying to get a selfie with Gonzo. Shift is on against Saltalamacchia. 219. He's got 8 home runs. And Salty, as we talked about in our open, a hot bat lately. Blasts it to center, right at Melvin Upton.
You couldn't hit that ball any better than he did right there to center field.
Third base, number 19.
Yeah, Salty, 3 homers and 6 RBIs in his last 4 games, and that one was smashed, but hit it right to him. So the first out here in the second brings up Jake Lamb.
Yeah, this is where everybody taps you coming in the dugout, way to swing the bat. And I used to like Matt Williams when that happened. He'd come running in there and everybody tell him, way to swing it. He didn't want to hear any part of that. He'll take a bloop single or anything out there to get a base hit. Still goes down as an 0 for 1. That's what he always used to tell everybody. I'll take a broken bat single or anything out there that'll.
He was not into moral victories.
No. Everybody's in there. Hey, way to swing the bat. Nice job. That's the last thing he wants to hear.
Well, Jake Lamb, last 22 games, is at .314. He's having a good finish to his season at the plate.
Yeah, I think he's another guy who's really matured a lot this season. From last year, a lot of teams pitched him hard in. Worked hard this offseason. Got ready to go this year. He's quietly gone about his business like a true pro and learned a lot this year. I'm sure next year coming into the season he's going to be ready to go with a lot more experience.
Hey, it's that one up in the air. Matt Kemp, right field corner near the bullpen. He's got room and he's got it on the track for the second out.
Anytime the D-backs score 5 runs or more, Taco Bell is giving away 3 free tacos with a purchase of a large drink between 4 and 6 p.m. the following day at participating locations.
Nailed it.
Got it.
Brandon Drury.
I can get the Taco Bell down.
That's BB's favorite. Brandon 5 for 19 to begin his big league career. He's got a pair of RBIs.
BB's always the one holding up the line over there, trying to work the deal for the extra tacos.
That one might have bit Brandon Drury a bit. Walking it off.
You see a swing from the side. Got him on the inner half.
Tom Hallion will give him another moment here.
Well, I'll tell you one thing that's changed a lot in this game. A lot more protective gear. All these guys are wearing elbow guards, shin guards. Some of them got them on their batting gloves on top of their hands.
Well, if it keeps you in the game. I mean, you don't want to walk up there like RoboCop or anything, but pad here or there will help.
They're trying to speed the game up. Takes you 10 minutes to get your gear off when you're going down the line.
Those poor first base coaches. Drury down 0-2. Brandon 1 for 4 last night. Started at third base. He's in there at second tonight. He's hit safely in 3 straight.
I'm talking about equipment, looking at the catchers there. That's another thing that's changed is their helmets.
The hockey goalie mask. There's that fastball, but he missed with it. 2-2.
You very rarely now see a guy wearing the old school helmet. I don't know. Did BB even wear a helmet? Did he just wore the hat?
He didn't even use a glove.
He didn't need a mask.
He caught it with his bare hands. A roller to short. There's Jerko. And Andrew Kashner has retired 5 in a row. No score after 2. Scoreless. Oscar Hernandez, one of 7 Diamondbacks players who will be playing in the Arizona Fall League for the Salt River Rafters, and joining us, the great Steve Cobb, the Arizona Fall League director. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's great to be here, especially with the roof open.
It's great to have you here. I know you guys are crazy busy right now. The Fall League starts October 13th. We are underway, right?
Absolutely, yeah. We're within a month, and we have plenty of great baseball coming your way.
For people who don't know what the Arizona Fall League is, give us a quick synopsis.
I really believe it's everyone's opportunity to see the future of Major League Baseball. And I don't think that's an overstatement. The players that are sent to the Arizona Fall League are on a fast track, and the vast majority of them, well over 60%, have made it to the major leagues.
You've got 6 teams playing in the Arizona Fall League. Play begins October 13th and goes until November 21st. And basically all the major league teams send most of their top prospects for some, I guess it's kind of a finishing school, isn't it?
Absolutely. We'd like to think that the majority of the players have earned a right to be invited to come to the Arizona Fall League. But also there are players that have had injuries during the season, and it's an opportunity for them to get good quality work in and make up for innings and at-bats that they missed during the regular season.
And we talked about that with Oscar Hernandez, who we just saw a moment ago. Oscar is a Rule 5 pick. That one off the glove of goalie and into right, a base hit for Cashman. Oscar, as a Rule 5 pick, has to be on the big league roster instead of playing in the minor league, so he hasn't had the at-bats, and he'll get the chance to make up some of that time with you.
It's a great opportunity for Oscar, and we're looking forward to having him. He's obviously a very talented catcher, and catcher of the future.
Now tell us about the D-backs that fans can go see playing for Salt River, who won the league last year.
Well, they're defending champions. That's important. They had an outstanding team last year, and kind of a rough act to follow. But the players that the Diamondbacks have always sent us quality players, and we're real curious here locally to see Lopez pitch. The big signee that they had during the offseason last year.
Jake Lamb at third. Drury, can he turn it? Will Myers beats it out. I saw Brandon Drury play in the Fall League all last year.
What a difference a year can make.
Yeah, and now here he is in the big leagues. That's a great example.
Yes, exactly.
Third baseman.
So we saw Keith Hessler a moment ago out there in the bullpen for the Diamondbacks. He'll be playing. Oscar Hernandez. Jack Reinheimer, the infielder they got from Seattle in the Trumbo deal, who they love, will be playing in the Fall League. Gabby Guerrero, Daniel Palka. And 2 teams this year at Salt River, I understand. Surprise coming in?
Well, the Surprise Saguaros will be playing their home games at Salt River Fields due to the ongoing renovations at Surprise Stadium. So there will be 2 teams at Salt River Fields, a great opportunity for people in the East Valley to see a game almost every day or night.
It's 5 spring training venues all over the valley, all Cactus League sites that baseball fans will be familiar with. Salt River Fields has 2 teams. Scottsdale Stadium, Sloan Park and Mesa. They'll play in Peoria, and they'll play at Camelback and Glendale. And Steve, I love the way you guys structure this, because it's pretty much every day, just about. Sundays are off. But you've got 3 games a day, usually 2 in the day and 1 at night, right? So you have your choice.
Well, it's an opportunity for the scouting community to see 2 Fall League games daily. And when they do that, in theory, they've covered 20 organizations in 1 day. So that it's very, very efficient for the scouting community. They seem to really appreciate how we've structured the schedule.
And this year, the Arizona Fall League will feature 31 first-round draft picks, 77 minor league all-stars from this year. And there's scouts watching the games right now. If you go to a Fall League game, you know me, I'm always over there bugging you. There's dozens of scouts there watching baseball's top prospects, and the fans can come and watch just like the scouts do.
Well, the scouts are making very key decisions, and in many cases it's for the young player that's trying to get on the 40-man roster for the first time, and they're making decisions whether that young prospect is ready to take the next step.
And this is an amazing stat. Over 2,500 former Arizona Fall League players have played in the major leagues.
Well, we hit that milestone this past season, actually. And we intend to do a little celebration around it. There's kind of a mystery who is that player that was the 2500 player. So we're very proud of that. Pardon me?
You trying to solve that?
Oh, we have it solved. We're just going to have a little contest with it.
And I know as well, you do this every year. There's an Arizona Fall League Hall of Fame because you've had so many great players in the league. And this year, it's Andrew McCutchen and Chase Utley going in, right?
Absolutely, and as well as Matt Holliday's going to be able to make an appearance this year as well. So fine plays.
Let's try that double play one more time, Steve-O. You got it. The great Steve Cobb, director of the Arizona Fall League. Play begins Tuesday, October 13th. I'm going to be there every night driving you nuts.
I love you being there. It's great. It's great.
Great to have you. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
On Fox Sports 1 as Tulsa faces 16th ranked Oklahoma, followed by UTSA taking on 25th ranked Oklahoma State. That's the big game. Then it's a clash, Cal and Texas on Fox. And in the nightcap, 19th ranked BYU takes on 13th ranked UCLA back on FS1. It's all Saturday. You're home for college football, Fox and Fox Sports 1. Here's Chris Owings to lead off the Diamondback third. Our thanks to the great Steve Cobb and Paul Jensen from the Arizona Fall League for stopping by. Can't wait, Gonzo, to go hang out at the ballparks and watch some baseball.
Yeah, it really is. It's a lot of fun. My son and I go to quite a few games ourselves, and it's amazing how up close and personal. You know, when I always go with my son and some of his buddies and our friends go out there, they can't believe how close they can get to some of these players. And the next thing you know, they're playing in the big leagues and they're all-stars.
Brandon Drury played all last year. Archie Bradley pitched in the Fall League last year. And you'll go to a game at Salt River to watch the Rafters play, and I guarantee you will see Dave Stewart, DeJohn Watson, Tony La Russa all there. You'll get a chance to talk to them if you happen to run into them on the concourse. And they're all there watching the top prospects in baseball. There's Dr. Ed Lewis on the left and Dave Stewart on the right. Daniel Gibson, Keith Hessler, Yohan Lopez, Oscar Hernandez, Gabby Guerrero, an outfielder they're very excited about. He'll be playing for Salt River. As Owings hits a soft liner to Wallace at first for the first out in the bottom of the third. That's 6 in a row retired by Cashner after the back-to-back singles to lead off the ball game. There's Robbie Ray. Now back in your day, everybody went to Alaska to play.
Instructional league. Alaska was college. We had instructional league.
Okay.
We played the instructional league, and if there was a guy rehabbing for playoffs or something, they'd run somebody down there, get them ready to go for, you know, if there was a guy late that had an injury. You know, now they really don't have that. You know, with players that are trying to get back, like a Matt Holliday, to go somewhere down to the minors.
That's a fair ball for Wallace. Yeah, the Arizona Fall League had 2 games in the afternoon, 1 at night. You just check the paper every morning, look at who's playing where. They'll give you the pitchers, and you can see some of the top prospects. Drive on over, a couple of bucks, watch the ball game.
See, this is another thing that the game's changed so much now. Robbie Ray was up at the plate.
Yeah.
Back in the day, the pitcher would just stand up there and let that guy either throw more pitches, because he had 1 ball, 1 strike. If you're not a very good hitter, you just let him throw pitches, get some extra pitches, get his pitch count up, and try to let the guy behind him go up there. And
so you don't want him swinging?
No. Hey, if you're facing a tough guy, just go up there and take 3. I'd rather you, instead of going up there and swinging early in the count.
One hops the wall in left center. A single and a double for Pollock. He's at second with 2 outs for Ender and Ciarte. That's the 3rd hit for the Diamondbacks.
You're going to make it out anyway. If you're the pitcher, you might as well just stand up there for me and let him throw about 3 or 4 extra pitches for me.
Now, what you're telling me is that nobody in your day, the pitchers never swung at anything ever.
Well, there was a couple good hitting pitchers. You knew who they were, but the other guys,
not so much.
Not so much. I mean, Randy Johnson's facing a Roger Clemens. He's not going up there hacking at the first pitch.
Well,
he's trying to help his own teammates out and get some more pitches under his belt. Try to get him out of the game.
See if we can get this run home. Ender single his first time up. Knocked it the other way into left, right in front of Myers. Good block by Austin Hedges back there. Austin Hedges was an Arizona Fall League player 2 years ago. Really got on everybody's radar as a very good defensive catching prospect, and you just saw why.
Well, that's textbook right there, getting that whole body in front of it.
Ender had a pair of hits last night. He scored a run. 1 for 1 so far tonight. He's hitting over 380 on this homestand. There goes Pollock. Ender slaps it to Solarte. And that's the inning ender. Andrew Cashner gets through 3. Still no score here at Chase. And Padres, no scores from start to 4th inning. Robbie Ray and Andrew Cashner. It'll be Matt Kemp, Brett Wallace, and Jed Jerko, 3, 4, and 5 of the Padre 4th. Tell you what, Gonzo, Robbie has had the ground ball working tonight. A couple of double plays turned behind him. He has walked 2 and struck out 2. He struck out Kemp to win the first.
Yeah, that 3rd inning really helped him out with only 12 pitches.
There's a quick ground ball out.
That's what you want to see. Minimize your pitches there. It's the 12th hitter now that he's seen, but 8 of the 11 batters that he's seen, he's thrown 5 or more pitches to him. That's where your pitch count gets up there real quick in a hurry when you're throwing 5 or more pitches.
I got him at 7 ground ball outs right now. Here's Wallace, who singled his first time. Brett Wallace in the lineup today against the lefty Robbie Ray. Pat Murphy sitting Justin Upton. Justin Upton, we're told, under the weather. A 29 pitch second for Robbie. Other than that, he's done a very nice job. And the Diamondbacks have the shift on for Wallace. They overload the right hand side. Owings all by himself on the left. This is a guy, Brett Wallace, who coming out of ASU was a first-round pick by the Cardinals back in 08. But he's fallen on some tough times as of late. Didn't even play in the big leagues last year. Split last season in AAA between the Orioles and the Blue Jays. Didn't get the call inside. 2-2.
This is where Robbie Ray last time facing a lefty threw that breaking ball away to that left-hander. See if he can do it again right here for a strike. Tried to come back inside with a fastball.
Missed his spot. It's a full count, 3-2.
See, this is where he gets in trouble because he tries to overthrow that fastball and put it by him. That left-hander's already thinking in the back of his mind that he's going to throw that sweeping curveball.
Hung it, and he lines it down the right field line. And Cincinnati plays it off the wall. Wallace a slow runner, but he's in there. Brett Wallace, his 6th double. He's 2 for 2. Left that one up, and Wallace did not miss it.
Well, he did. He got a hanging breaking ball on the inner half to a left-handed hitter. Right down the right field line in the corner. Nice play by Inciarte here, playing the carom.
So Owings almost trying to deke him there, like there was not going to be a play at second, but Ender made it awfully close.
Well, he did. That's, you know, our infielders are young guys. They've done a great job of deking some runners this year. I've seen that a couple times from some of our young infielders.
Jed Jerko flying out his first time up. Chris Owings at shortstop tonight. Brandon Drury at second.
Well, here we see the play once again. The carom up to Inciarte, makes a nice carom grab there, and the one hop throw to second. You see Owings there. He was just kind of standing there like the ball wasn't coming. Usually the base runner coming into the base is trying to pick up that defensive guy to see where his eyes are going and where he's going for the ball. And Owings trying to deke him there.
One pitch. Not a play. Hey fans, now's the time on the Twitter with a hashtag of the whole thing, AZ Data Strong Fan. For your fan photo, you might see yourself in our Diamondbacks broadcast, brought to you by T-Mobile. So there's a classic case. Let's see if Robbie, ahead 1-2, can put Jerko away in 1 or 2 pitches and not have him get back even or worse full. Stay ahead, put him away. That's a foul ball.
And getting back to that play there on that double down the right field line, we don't recommend that young kids try to field the ball with their bare hands, especially coming off the wall. But Inciarte knows the base runner. Wallace is not a fast guy. He knows that if he misplays it, Wallace is probably going to get a double. If it gets by him, he can pick it up and throw it in. Wallace was already thinking too. There's no way in with his foot speed that he has that he's thinking about going for 3 for a triple.
2 foul balls with 2 strikes for Jerko. It popped up nicely for Ender right there off the carom.
Yeah, most of the time, most right fielders or left fielders are going to play that a little more cautious, but he knows the type of runner that he is. Coming around, you could take that chance, especially early in the ball game.
Lines it to Goldie. They won't have a chance to double off Wallace. That's the first place Goldie looked. That's the second out. Here's Corey Spangenberg.
Second baseman, Corey Spangenberg.
Spangenberg struck out his first time up. He's got 3 hits and 3 RBIs in the series. Wallace at second, 2 outs.
Well, he got Spangenberg last time on breaking balls.
All the Diamondback players who have played in the Arizona Fall League. All for the Salt River Rafters. So it's also a great chance to enjoy that amazing facility in the fall. It's not just spring training. Salt River going 365 with baseball over there. There are some of the logos for the Arizona Fall League teams.
Oh, when the sun goes down out there, it's beautiful. Nice weather.
Mesa Solar Sox, Scottsdale Scorpions right there. Yeah, you get some beautiful evenings in the ballpark. Salt River Rafters, Surprise Saguaros. There you go. And the Diamondbacks, Blue Jays, Nationals, Mets, and Rockies all contribute players to the Salt River Rafters, who won the Fall League last year. Glendale Desert Dogs, Peoria Javelinas. Some great players have played there. And once again, the Arizona Fall League schedule gets started on Tuesday night, October 13th. And the Rafters open up with the first night game. It'll be Scottsdale and Salt River, 6:35 start Tuesday, October 13th. All the information right here at the ballpark and online as well. Big cut at that one. For more information, by the way, should have passed this along earlier. www.mlbfallball.com for schedules and tickets. 2-2 on Spangenberg. Base hit. They will wave Wallace. He will come in and score. It's an RBI for Spangenberg and a 1-0 San Diego lead. That's his 4th RBI in the series.
Well, he just left the pitch up in the zone. He's done that to the 2 left-handed hitters now.
Yeah, the ball that Wallace hit for that double was in the same spot, up.
Yeah, one important thing here now, there's 4 hits in the game, 3 by left-handed hitters, and the 4th one came from the pitcher.
Yeah, that's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, especially when you're a left-handed pitcher, you're supposed to neutralize most of these left-handed hitters. He's only got 2 lefties in the lineup and a switch hitter. And those are the guys getting all the hits.
And he walked Melvin Upton Jr. the first time he faced him. That was back in the 2nd. And you got to watch Spangenberg. He runs very well. He's got 9 stolen bases. Good speed. When Melvin Upton Jr., you just wonder what happened. He was a free agent, Boston, Atlanta. Got a 5-year, $72.5 million deal. Biggest contract at the time in the history of the Braves. And that deal still has 2 more full seasons on it after this one.
You think about all the great players that played through Atlanta, pitchers and Chipper Jones and all those guys, and you go back and look and see that Melvin Upton's up there as one of the top salary guys.
He's due $15 million next year, $16.5 million the year after that.
And he's a guy that's not even playing every day.
I hope he isn't. In a rough year last year, it really got ugly in Atlanta for a while. Joined San Diego at the last minute, actually, the day before opening day this year. Came over as part of the Craig Kimbrell trade with the Braves. 1-1 pitch. I mean, that's what you're getting for your money. $72 million worth right there. Yikes. A ball and 2 strikes.
I'm sure Atlanta's still paying a pretty good penny of that one.
I would hope so if you're the Padres.
Here we are. He's at 80 pitches once again.
49 strikes. It's the same story for Robbie. Trying to change the narrative, but it's tough. 95 pitches to get through 5 at his last start against the Dodgers Friday here.
You know, he had a period there where he had talked to Randy Johnson a little bit, and Randy kind of ironed him out and told him, you got to attack the zone, go after these guys, and he was pitching well. He seems to get right back into this funk here, going 3-2 once again.
He had a 7-pitch walk to Melvin Upton the first time he faced him. He was ahead in the count here, and now he's gone full 3-2. And the pitch count is climbing. I mean, he was at 95 through 5 in his last start, 96 pitches to get through 5 in his start previous to that, the loss at Wrigley Field. And he finally blows Melvin Upton Jr. away. Third strikeout for Robbie Ray, but the Padres get a run. A Wallace double, a Spangenberg single. They lead it 1-0. Arizona is brought to you in part by your Valley Honda dealers, where you'll get more standard features for less money. By CenturyLink, your link to what's next. By Law Tigers, Arizona's motorcycle lawyers. And by Mix One, great taste, no face, available at local retailers. Just a beautiful night here in the desert. Roof and panels open at Chase Field. There is the World Series trophy 2001. You had a little something to do with that, as I recall. Share your photo with a World Series trophy. Wait a minute. What? I can take a picture of that and meet you. Is that true? What's the deal there?
I'm finding that out right now myself. Just as
people are storming the booth as we speak. There's a line out the door.
Interesting. Well, we'll drum up a little business for you here.
There we go.
Goldie leads off the 4th against Andrew Kashner. Goldschmidt, Peralta, Saltalamacchia, 3, 4, and 5 for the Diamondbacks. President and CEO Derek Hall in his seats as always here. That's called a strike back there by Tom Hallion. 2-2. Good location right there. That two-seamer coming back in toward the righty. Backdoored him. And then got him at 95.
Well, right now, you talk about the tale of two different pitchers right now. Here's that last pitch.
Left fielder.
Well, Cashner's only got 2 strikeouts, but he's gotten Goldie twice.
Yeah, and he's only thrown 40 pitches compared to our guy with 80 plus.
That's quite a contrast. Peralta grounded into a double play his first time up.
I think the difference is he's pitching a contact, although he just got Goldie to strike out.
Down on the right field line. That is a fair ball. It's in the corner, and the freight train is on the tracks. He'll stop at second. His 25th double, David Peralta, driving the bus. He's now hit in 13 straight games.
But Peralta does a good job here. He gets a hanger up in the zone. Pulls it down that right field line for stand-up double.
And he has jumped on Cashner very early in his at-bats. He's not up there looking at pitches, as Jake Lamb told us. Look for the fastball and take your cuts. So David has now hit safely in 13 straight. And he's batting just about .315 during that hitting streak. Brings up Salty with 1 out, tying run at second. And the shift is on.
And he's been feeling pretty good. He lined out the first time up to dead center field.
Crushed it. There's a strike, 0-1. Salty tonight, his 30th start this year behind the plate for the Diamondbacks. Beef Wellington has the night off. .96, Cashner ahead 0-2. Salt, E. He's had a big month at the plate, no matter how you spell it. He's hitting over .380 in September. 4 homers and 8 RBIs this month. Called strike 3. Cashner just came in there with that fastball, rings him up, his 3rd strikeout.
Yeah, and I think Salty was looking for something else out over the outer half of the plate. He came right back inside with that little comeback fastball. Locked him up.
It's interesting. He threw that same pitch to Goldie, which sort of came in on Paul, but that time it tailed away from Salty, the left-hand batter's box. 2 down now. Here's Jake Lamb. Lamb flying out his first time up. He's 0 for 1.
Let's see if Lamb can come up with a big 2-out knock right here.
How have you seen Jake Lamb evolve, Gonzo, as a hitter from spring training? You're in uniform in the spring. You work with a lot of these guys.
Yeah, I think he's made a great adjustment of just being a little bit more patient at the plate. And that inside pitch, he's gotten a lot better at just fighting it off and getting those little base hits whenever you need them. Before, he was taking those pitches. Now he's being a little bit more aggressive on those ones on the inner half and turning on them, hitting them in the seats or down the right field line.
Takes a look at that one on 2-0. Peralta at second after his 1-out double. 2-1 on Jake Lamb. Hey fans, when the D-backs win, you win at Papa John's. The day after every D-backs win, you get 50% off your regular menu price online order. at Papa John's. Just enter promo code DBACS50 at papajohns.com. Tell them Bob Brenly sent you. 3-1.
3-1 right here. This is where you got to be looking for that heater. Hopefully get one down the plate and turn on it.
Missed inside with it. A 2-out walk. First walk tonight for Andrew Cashner. And it brings up the rookie Brandon Drury.
That's a good take right there, but if that's me at the plate, I'm looking 3-1 middle in. That looked like a pretty good pitch to try to turn on, hit one in the seats. You got one pitch to play with there. You know what's coming.
Do you think that happens a lot with young guys these days who are constantly preached to about being patient, extending at bats, get more walks, get on base?
Yeah, definitely right there. As a veteran guy, you would be looking for something middle in.
Turner Ward, the hitting coach. Phil Nevin with the glasses, the manager at Reno this year. Tell you what, there's going to be some managerial openings this year, and Phil Nevin's phone is going to ring.
Absolutely. He's been one of those guys. He's worked hard throughout the minor league system to work his way up to AAA. He's done a fantastic job getting a lot of these young players up here.
Tell you what, the guys in the other dugout might have an opening. No disrespect to Pat Murphy, but he is the interim manager. And of course, Phil Nevin, a former Padre great, might be a good fit there. We'll see. See what they decide to do with Pat Murphy.
Spent a lot of time in San Diego. Very well known there. Has a home there in San Diego also.
1-1 on Brandon Drury. Grounded out his first time up.
I think this pitchers try to be a little too fine sometimes. That's when they end up getting in trouble.
It's there. It's 3-1.
Well, this is where you're licking your chops right here as a hitter. He's got to come right after you. Chris Owings on deck. You got to be looking dead red right here. If you get a hanging breaking ball, you're going to be out in front of it. You can hook it in the seats. Right here, you're going to be looking for a fastball. Try to turn on it. Took a little bit off of it, little slider. Little slider spin, little tight spin there.
So anticipating the Drury sitting fastball there, he throws him something else. And now it's a full count, 3-2. Peralta at second, Lamb at first. They'll be off with the pitch. Here go the runners, and that's ball 4. The bases are loaded. And Chris Owings coming up. Back-to-back walks for Andrew Cashner. Aaron Balsley, the pitching coach. Got an update for the minor leagues. A couple of big games going tonight. The Missoula Osprey playing the decisive Game 3, the Pioneer League Championship tonight in Missoula. They're up 3-1 through 4. In the meantime, Visalia, the Rawhide, who lost Game 4, the best of 5 North Division Finals against San Jose last night in 13, are playing Game 5 tonight, the decisive Game 5 in Visalia. And the Hide are down 5-3 through 6. Bases loaded, 2 outs, Chris Owings. Base hit. Peralta scores. They will wave Lamb. Here's the throw from Kemp. It is not in time. A 2-run single for Chris Owings, and it's 2-1 Diamondbacks.
Boy, nice job right there by Chris Owings. Knows he's got to come right after. He's got bases loaded, nowhere to put you. He's walked a couple guys before. Sitting dead red, gets a fastball, and he shoots it down the right field line. Nice job.
Big 2-out hit for CO, who was 0 for
8 in the series before that at bat, and he makes it 2-1 D-backs. The throw from Kemp, not in time. As Andy Green sent Lamb flying around third, Cashner backs up, did a good job there. And so Drury is in at third, Owings at first. Here's the pitcher, Robbie Ray.
Now this is where you got to be swinging. You got a man on third. If you have nobody on,
you keep changing your mind.
Well, if there's runners on, you hope that he wants to drive something in. I don't want you taking when you got runners on, but when there's nobody on and you're the pitcher.
Robbie grounded out to first his first time up. 0-2.
See, that whole at bat right there with Chris Owings would have changed if there was an empty base, if there was an open base with Robbie Ray on deck. Simple fact that he had bases loaded, he had nowhere to put them, so he had to go right after him.
Peralta had the 1-out double, then with 2 outs, walks to Lamb and Drury, followed by the Chris Owings 2-run single. And Robbie Ray strikes out. But the Diamondbacks get 2 through 4. They lead it 2-1.
And you have just a few days off. This is your first leave. What brought you out here to the ballpark?
It was a welcome home gift from my family.
No doubt they're happy to have you, even if just for a few short days. Where were you stationed for training? And take me through just how you decided to pursue this career.
Great Lakes. And I decided to pursue this career because I did ROTC in high school at Sandy O'Connor High School.
Well, as a reporter who covers sports, we're always talking about athletes and their work ethic. But I imagine your training was pretty intense. What did it entail?
A lot of push-ups. A lot of push-ups for the most part. Running mainly and a little bit of swimming.
And then what's next for you?
I'm going to Virginia next.
Oh, next. Okay, and so you just have a few days at home with family and out here at the game, enjoying yourself?
Yes, pretty much. Just glad to be home.
Yeah, well, enjoy the time with the family. Thank you so much for your service. It's great to have you out here at the ballpark.
Awesome, thank you.
Best of luck with everything.
Austin Hedges leads off the San Diego fifth against Robbie Ray. He's now got a 2-1 lead. Can't think of a better welcome home gift than some Diamondback tickets, Gonzo.
Yes, great opportunity for some of our young military kids to come home and reward them by bringing them out to see the Diamondbacks.
On the ground at second, Brandon Drury. Boy, Robbie Ray's really got that ground ball working tonight. Here's the pitcher, Andrew Cashner. There you go, 8 ground ball outs for Robbie.
That's pretty good, and 2 of them were double plays.
Yeah. Cashner had a base hit in his first at bat. You know what, those Texas Rangers, gangway, they are not only passing Houston, they are blowing right by them. They won again tonight in Arlington, 14-3. And the Rangers leapfrogging Houston for that AL West lead, and they are off and running. They might sweep that series.
Yeah, and I think, Houston's a totally different ball club than they are at home and on the road. They struggle on the road, and they play very well at home.
So the Texas Rangers turning out to be quite a story in the American League race as we hit September 16th.
Well, we talk about a team that got hot. When we saw them early in the season, they
had nothing.
We were like, this is not a very good team right now, and they've just turned the corner.
So is Robbie Ray. That's his 4th strikeout. He rings up Cashner. 2 quick outs here in the 5th. The other big game going on tonight, Cubs and Pirates in that NL Central and wild card race. They're in Pittsburgh right now in the 12th inning, tied at 2. Will Myers has walked and hit into a fielder's choice. 4-game difference between those 2 teams. Behind the Cardinals in the division.
You see Myers before the game taping up his fingers and putting a little Manny Mota stick on him.
Manny Mota stick?
Yeah, getting a little extra grip.
He does not use batting gloves, of course, Will Myers. What's the Manny Mota?
It was a kind of a sticky invention that he had that a lot of players use on their bat. I think
Manny Mota invented it?
He was one of the guys who patented it for a while.
A great Dodger pinch hitter for so many years.
So all the players know that same stick as the Manny Mota stick. And it's I don't know if it was used for cars or something, and a lot of the players use it as almost like a pine tar remedy.
Well, Robbie Ray's hit that magic 95 pitch mark. That's where he's been through 5 innings his last 2 outings. 95 last time, 96 through that. There's the Manny Mota stick.
A lot of guys use batting gloves, and tribute to Mark Grace, throwback Will Myers here without batting gloves.
Only gets 2 quick outs and loses Myers, a 2-out walk. 3rd walk issued by Rob. He's walked Myers twice tonight. Going to bring up Yangervis Solarte.
It's never easy. You would have thought after 2 outs, you can go right after that leadoff hitter.
It's remarkable how predictable this has become, that Robbie at some point in the 5th inning will get to that 95 pitch mark. And here comes Mike Harkey as the bullpen gets busy. Randall Delgado, who got the win last night, starts warming up the Sanderson Ford bullpen. Randall threw only 6 pitches last night.
And he really hasn't had a clean inning as far as not letting a base runner on.
Yeah, the Padres have had a base runner now in all 5 innings. Twice he's gotten out of it by getting Solarte to hit into double plays. He's got 2-6-4-3 so far, but no chance to do that here with 2 outs. Uh-oh, look what we started. Oh, I thought it was going to be the line for your photos.
I'm not. There was a time where that line was like that.
Now there's one guy over there reading the paper. That's the line, of course, for Cold Stone here.
They got to wake the guy up. Hey, buddy, how do I get an autograph here?
So here's Solarte.
Funny, but that's the same line I would be standing in that Cold Stone line to get an ice cream.
It's usually longer than that. You got to be careful with Solarte, the switch hitter. He's had a productive bat lately, about .350 over his last 17 games. up the middle and into center, a base hit. Solarte now with 4 hits in the series. 2 on and 2 out for Matt Kemp.
When you get in trouble, you walk the leadoff hitter. The number 2 guy gets a base hit. Now you got the dangerous Matt Kemp coming to the plate.
Kemp has struck out and grounded out so far. Robbie right at 99 pitches, 59 strikes. Well, there somebody finally showed up, Gonzo, and they have Cold Stone with them for the picture.
Well, I think the cameraman just kind of pushed them over there and said, "Hey guys, stand in front of this for me.
Make them feel better." So here's a big out right now for Robbie Ray. 2 down for Kemp. 2-1 ball game. Kemp in the series so far, sorry Gonzo, is 0 for 7. He's got just 1 hit. Or he's 0 for 5 last night. He's got 1 hit in the series.
Yeah, this guy is very dangerous. One swing of the bat here, he can change the outlook of this ball game. Got to be very careful with Matt Kemp.
A ball and a strike. Kemp 3rd in the National League in RBIs, right behind Goldie. He's got 16 RBIs in his last 17 games, Matt Kemp. Really raising those numbers here late in the year. Myers at second, Solarte at first. Drives it to right. Inciarte back at the track at the wall, and it's gone. Matt Kemp is 22nd. And the Padres have the lead.
I just talked about it. You've got to be very careful with him. He leaves something where he can get extended out over the plate. He can hurt you, just as he did right there for the 3-run homer.
That's going to be it. Here comes Chip Hale. Robbie got the first 2 outs. Walked Myers. Solarte the single. Then Kemp the opposite field homer. And just like that, it's 4-2 San Diego. And Robbie Ray's night will end right here. He can't get through 5.
And if you go back and think about it, that 2-out walk to Myers, pretty much the hitter that hurts you to get to the number 2 and 3 hitter in the order.
Randall Delgado coming in back after this. Third. Gives up 4 runs on 6 hits. Robbie walked 3 and struck out 4. And last night's winning pitcher for the Diamondbacks, Randall Delgado, is on here with 2 outs in the 5th. And he'll work to Brett Wallace. D-backs have the shift on.
Wallace so far 2 for 2, a single, a double. He has scored a run. Came in on the Spangenberg RBI single in the 4th. Now the Padres on the Kemp homer have tacked on 3 more to take a 4-2 lead.
Man, he was the guy that Robbie Ray couldn't get out. He was 2 for 2 off of him. Being a left-handed hitter, lefty-lefty.
Two and two.
I tell you, that 3-run homer kind of took the sting out of all the fans here. It's got a little quiet now.
Well, it's tough when you get the 2 outs like that to open up the inning and then walk single homer just like that. It's 4-2 Padres. And Matt Kemp continues to swing a hot bat after the All-Star break. Called strike 3. But Matt Kemp's 22nd of 3-run homer has made it 4-2 San Diego. The Yankees and the Mets. Then it's the AL Central, the Royals and the Tigers in a game you can only see on Fox Sports 1. Coverage starts at 9:30 on Fox, 4 o'clock on Fox Sports 1, and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. We go to the home half of the 5th. It's now 4-2 Padres, and A.J. Pollock, who's got a single and a double, leads it off against Andrew Cashner. We had a foul ball earlier in the ball game, Gonzo. That gentleman tried to make a play on it. Now look at his face. He's got his glasses all patched up. He's got a Band-Aid right smack in the center of his forehead. And I'm just going to say that by that picture right there, you can guess that his attempt to catch the foul ball didn't go well.
Yeah, I've been there.
He looks like one of the Hanson brothers from Slapshot.
He does. He can play on my team anytime. Look at this guy.
Off the hands.
He's going to sacrifice the hands for the face there.
But he's toughing it out. He patched himself up, and he's right back, ready to go. Look at that.
He is.
Can't phase him. Swing and bunt. Cashner's on it, and AJ beats it out. He's 3 for 3. Applause, applause. Gonzo, there's got to be something we can do for this guy. He's got his D-backs cap on, his D-backs jersey.
We got to give this guy a contract. First of all, if I had to give him any advice, I'd tell him to bring his glove to the ballpark.
Well, yeah. He's a gamer, man. We got to hook him up.
I do. I like that. I like that.
Let's.
How do we send somebody down there?
Well, we can check in with Noah Berlin. There's Noah, along with Chuck Drago and Rob. Rob thumbs up. Noah waving. Valimore Gulas, Noah. Are we in?
We got to give that guy a contract.
I want to try and skyrocket this through. All right, so thumbs up. We have approval from Chuck Drago, the voice of Chase Field. There's Ender Inciarte. Reaches out and drops it into center. Melvin Upton's there. I think we can fast track this thing and then make sure that poor guy gets something out of this. Do we have a member of our somewhat reliable staff to get the contract down there? They'll run that down there. And okay, Noah's going to run it down. All right, phones are blowing up. That's a good sign. I love the glasses. That's a great look now. He looks like one of the Hanson brothers.
We got to get an interview with that guy. I think
he's a gamer, man. Here's Goldie.
I agree.
Goldie has struck out twice.
He was not leaving this ballpark. He was staying here for the game.
And he tried to make a play. He could have ducked it. Not that guy. Our guy got in there, man. Wanted to get his hands dirty. Or broken in this case.
Let's see if Goldie can get a mistake pitch right here and deposit one up in the seats to tie this ball game up.
Goldie hitting .277 in the second half of the year. He's got 7 homers. He hit .340 before the All-Star break. Homered 21 times. Right back to the mound. Vandenberg for 1 and 2. We are through 5. Diamondbacks trail at 4-2. In part by Papa Murphy's. Love at 425 degrees. By Phoenix International Raceway. Join PIR on November 15th for NASCAR. Visit us at phoenixraceway.com and get your tickets now. By Arizona Tire Pros. For the best selection of Continental and General brand tires, visit your local Arizona Tire Pros location today. And by Sony Pictures Hotel Transylvania 2 in theaters September 25th. That is the great Noah Berlin walking down to our guy, an honorary D-backs contract that is sent directly from the booth. Gonzo and I going to hook our man up here. Now, what the contract gets you is Jed Jerko leads off the Padres 6th against Randall Delgado. An honorary D-backs contract, should you be so awarded, gets you 4 free tickets in the dugout box seating area to any regular season Diamondback home game. So we're going to hook them up with 4 seats. It also gets you 30% off any team shop purchase. So you can go in there, buy a bunch of stuff, and get 30% off, plus the 4 free tickets. There's Kate and Noah trying to find our guy.
Too bad with that 30% off, we don't sell glasses down there.
1-1 to Jerko, swing and a miss.
Might hook him up with a pair of D-backs glasses.
Gonna need them.
Hopefully he'll be able to see that contract.
I don't know. I think the Hansen brothers glasses look pretty cool. We also got to get them a glove
and a mask.
2-2 on Jerko, who's 0 for 2.
Hey man, he hung in there. He didn't go anywhere. He stayed right there.
Now, if you're just joining us, this was our guy trying to make a catch on a foul ball. Now, watch this. Hands up right in front of the face, and he gets it, square between the eyes. There goes the glasses, everything.
How about his buddy throwing his hands up? What? You didn't catch it?
But he did a nice job, a really nice job of patching himself up. Put a Band-Aid on there, fixed the glasses, and he's hanging in. 3-2 now on Jerko. And there's Noah and Kate. He's a little bit banged up, but he's smiling.
Yeah. Okay, great. Well, it's really nice to meet you. You deserve it. If anyone in this place deserves anything like that, you definitely are that man. So, congratulations.
And there's the walk to Jerko. Let's go down to Kate and Chris, our guy.
Well, Chris, just take me through. It's not your typical night at the ballpark. What happened?
Well, watching the game. Spangenberg hit a foul ball right at my face. Tried to catch it, misjudged the strength in my hands, and just kind of slipped right through.
Now, for some people, that might have ruined their night. You're embracing it.
Oh, yeah, of course. Not every day you get hit in the face by a foul ball in a Major League Baseball game. So.
And I understand after this happened, Derek Hall wanted to come over here and make sure you're okay. Yeah. He stopped me on my way here. He said, you were bleeding. You had a ball near you. And he's like, are you okay? Are you okay? And the only thing you said is, can I get a picture with you?
Yeah, of course. I've already I'm getting it framed. I have the ball. The ball will be next to the frame. The contract is now going in the frame. I'll be set.
So you might say the game was made better for you with this hit in the face than it would have been if it was just a normal game out at the ballpark.
Oh, yeah, of course. I had to flag down a 50-50 person because I figured it's my lucky day. I got to make sure I buy a ticket.
And that's what we call the glasses half full. You're one of those guys. Now, will you be keeping these glasses? Will you still be sporting them, or are they going to go on display as well?
Well, they'll probably go on display once I retire them. I got to try and fix them until I can get new ones. But, yeah, they'll go in the case as well.
Well, you have a contract now, thanks to the guys in the broadcast booth. But now maybe we can just plead if there's anyone out there who's watching and can hook him up with some new glasses. Chris needs to retire these ones, obviously. And guys, I mean, a gamer here or what?
I think he keeps the glasses. They can be his trademark, his signature.
They want you to wear them. That's your trademark, they say.
What he really needs is a glove.
He needs a glove.
I will ask him that, guys. Where's the glove?
Well, actually, I didn't think I was going to be sitting down here. My glove is actually in the back seat of my car right now.
Great, perfect place for it.
I didn't think I was going to be sitting this close tonight.
That's a perfect place for your glove at a ball game.
You're the guy we called the day after an emergency, right?
Yes. Yes, exactly.
I think it'd be great if he just gets the glasses, the ball, and he runs a loop of the play up in his house. Just put a big box with a TV around it.
Well, we've run it enough.
Oh, it'll definitely be on the internet somewhere.
I think he's shown a great deal of intestinal fortitude, whatever that is. Melvin Upton Jr. has walked and struck out. Well, we're just glad he's okay in all seriousness. He tried to make a play. As we just learned, not always the smartest move at the ballpark.
He just flat out said he whiffed on it.
They got him a glove. There you go.
Glove. There we are.
Oh, yeah. He just, people see this happening. This is called goodwill. The glove is here. Now, glasses. Glasses, anyone? He needs new glasses.
I tell you what, this is going to be trending on Twitter. He's going to become an internet sensation. Chris, the D-backs fan. There's the picture with Derek.
Is it trending yet, guys? Chris, the D-backs fan, they're saying it should be trending on Twitter right now. Right now, D-backs fans make things happen, so you watch. We'll check in another inning. I bet it will be trending.
Also trending, another Melvin Upton Jr. strikeout. And it's 3 for Randall. He's going to take a shot now at the 50-50. Hey, it's your night, Chris. Austin Hedges 0 for 2. Gonzo, you ever misplay a ball like that coming at you and take one right in the forehead?
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, I've been there.
I had a feeling.
You know, I was kind of laughing with him because I've been there. Nobody gave me a glove. I threw mine away.
They took yours away.
Yeah,
after
exactly,
that one.
yeah.
I think it was BB that took it away. 2-0 on Hedges. So a walk to Jerko to open up this inning, and then Randall has struck out Spangenberg and Upton. But behind on Hedges, 2 balls and no strikes. Cashner, the pitcher, on deck. Nice stop by Jake Lamb at third. There's that Jake Lamb defense at third base. They strand the leadoff walk. He's a little better than our guy Chris. A little more sure-handed, and he's got a glove, which also helps. It's 4-2 San Diego. Gamer Chris, a standing ovation as they showed his moment on the DBTV board here, and everybody was on their feet. A big round of applause.
Yeah, it was funny because they actually showed the play first,
and the whole ballpark went,
"Ooh!" Yeah. And then they showed him. The best part is the big Band-Aid on his forehead right there. They couldn't just get him a small one. They got the big claw right across his forehead.
It really makes the whole ensemble. David Peralta leads off the D-backs 6th against Andrew Cashner. Padres lead at 4-2. Matt Kemp, a 3-run homer off Robbie Ray, who went only 4 2/3. David doubled and scored his last time up. He's now got a 13-game hitting streak. This one in the air to center. Melvin Upton Jr. drifting back. As promised earlier, it's our Data Strong fan photo with a hashtag AZDataStrongFan on the Twitter and the whole thing. There's Vicky, and she's our winner tonight, brought to you by T-Mobile. 1 out for Salty. Salty has lined out to center and struck out looking 0 for 2. Drives that one toward the pool. And it's gone, a home run. Jared Saltalamacchia, that's number 9. And that's 4 home runs in his last 5 games.
You talk about a guy who's locked in. We talked about him in the open of the show. leaned on a ball in the first inning, or his first at-bat to dead center field. Now he gets a ball down in the zone. The left-handed hitter's happy zone, just dropped the head on it, hit it out into right center field into the swimming pool.
And D-backs catchers lead the National League now with 26 home runs. Beef Wellington and Jared Saltalamacchia. 4-3 ball game. 19th home run given up this year by Andrew Cashner. And here's Jake Lamb, who was flying out and walked. Salty, 6 of his 9 homers this year have come from the left-hand side. That's his power side. Lamb gets this one up in the air along the left field line. Will Myers has it in fair territory. 2 outs. David Hernandez warming up in the Sanderson Ford bullpen. Randy Delgado has gone 1 2/3 so far. And as Brandon Drury steps in, we get an update on the Pioneer League Championship tonight in Missoula. Missoula up 7-1 through 6. And there's also good news from Visalia. Visalia has tied it up now, 5-5 in the 8th inning in the decisive Game 5 at Visalia in their league championship.
I tell you, just another proud moment for Mike Bell and his minor league staffs and all the scouts and everybody. A lot of credit to those guys for everything they've done this year to put these teams in the playoffs and put them in good positions to win games, and all these young players that we've been able to bring up to the major leagues.
Yeah, Hillsborough's already won the Northwest League Championship. Missoula playing for the Pioneer League Championship tonight. Brandon Drury gets that in the air left center field. Myers calling for it. Jared Saltalamacchia, his 9th of the year, his 4th home run in his last 5 games. Diamondbacks back within 1. Had the new center Tyson Chandler in our booth tonight between the innings. First round pick Devin Booker out of Kentucky. Gonzo, I think you need to go down there and work with this young man.
Well, to give him a little credit, this second one here, this one, I mean, they shot that one out of a cannon. I don't know where.
Let's hope the basketball goes a little better than this. Devin Booker in and then not so much.
Number 30, David Hernandez.
You know, who we need to blame for this is Brandon Webb, because he's from Kentucky.
That's it. Another Kentucky product right there.
You go.
I'm sure the Suns fans are very excited to have him, as we are here in the Valley. Booker's going to be a great player for the Phoenix Suns.
Should have had our guy Chris out there catching those.
That's who I think the fans all wanted to see out there, too. There's our guy right
Chris,
there.
He doesn't even need a glove. Just takes it right off the head. There's that contract. Don't lose that. Andrew Cashner leads off the 7th inning against David Hernandez. And there's Chris.
Oh, wow. There he is.
Diamondbacks president and CEO Derek Hall.
Oh, he did get a couple cuts there.
It's a badge of honor.
We'll have to explain that one tomorrow at work or when he gets home.
I think if anybody has the internet, they'll already know what happened because he is now the internet sensation. Over the mound, Brandon Drury can't handle it. Getting his second big league start at second base. And the Diamondbacks get a look to see if that will be a good fit for Brandon. But Cashner's aboard to lead off the 7th. E4.
Left fielder Will Myers.
Just a tough hop right there. He just tried to corral it and get around it. Ball just kind of ate him up.
Will Myers has walked twice. Scored on the Kemp homer back in the 5th.
That was a cement mixer breaking ball where you see the spin on it like it's going to break as a breaking ball and it just stays inside. So Will Myers kind of flinch on it.
2-0. Missed that time. 3 balls and no strikes.
Hernandez trying to be a little careful there. He's gotten himself in a hole with a 3-ball no strike count.
A 4-pitch walk to Myers. Myers walked for the 3rd time tonight. So right away, Diamondbacks get a run back, but Hernandez had the ball booted behind him by Drury. Then the walk to Myers. 2 on, nobody out for Solarte. Take a look at our State Farm report of the game. Visalia Rawhide. How about this? 5-5, bottom 9. The decisive game 5. The winner advances to the Cal League Championship Series.
See if we can pull it off right here in the 9th.
That is game 5 of the best of 5 North Division Finals. Missoula leads 8-1. They are playing the decisive game 3 for the Pioneer League Championship tonight at home against Idaho Falls. So 2 on, no outs. Yangervis Solarte singled and scored his last time up. He's 1 for 3.
There's a young D-backs fan.
Hernandez ahead 0-2. Solarte, a switch hitter, best from the left-hand side. He's hitting about 280 as a lefty this year. He's got 9 of his 12 home runs from this side of the plate.
Hey friends, Geico presents on this day in MLB history, September 16th, 2007. Jim Bob Tomei hit home run number 500, a 2-run walk-off shot against the White Sox to give them a 9-7 win over the Angels.
How about that? You get your 500th homer on a walk-off.
Oh, what a great guy, great player too.
Terrific guy to talk to, Jim Tomei. A lot of fun, very engaging guy.
The man-child. He was a big boy when he was his first couple years in the big leagues.
He could hit him as far as anybody, that's for sure. Cashner, the pitcher, is the runner at second. Myers at first. 1-2 on Yangervis Solarte. Up the middle. Owens. Drury. They roll it. Cashner in at third. 2 outs. First D-backs game. Seen Brandon Drury tonight, Gonzo. A couple of times turned double play balls there at second.
It really is. There's a good play right there by Owings, taking it over to Drury and across the diamond to Goldie again. That double play has been the pitcher's best friend tonight for the D-backs. I think that's the third one they've turned tonight.
Cashner at third, 2 outs now for Kemp, who homered his last time up, a 3-run shot, his 22nd of the year. After the Diamondbacks had taken a 2-1 lead, Kemp's homer made it 4-2. D-backs have gotten one back on the salty homer. Kemp 1 for 3. Trying to strand Cashner down there at third. This was Kemp with 2 outs in the 5th off Robbie Ray, and the last pitch that Robbie threw tonight.
That pitch, Saltalamacchia wanted it down and away and ended up being a little bit elevated in the strike zone.
Fly ball center field. A.J. Pollock at the track. And David Hernandez strands that runner at third. Here's what's next, brought to you by CenturyLink. Chris Owings, a 2-run single in his last at bat. He'll lead it off for the Diamondbacks.
Third, presented by Budweiser. The first 10,000 fans will get a Los D-backs soccer jersey courtesy of Pepsi. Plus, fans could stick around after the game for a concert featuring Latin recording artist Luis Coronel, presented by Sprint and Samsung. For tickets, call 602-514-8400 or visit dbacks.com.
Good ball game going here. 4-3, bottom 7. And Chris Owings, who was in a 4 for 30 before his last at bat, came up and got a big 2-out, 2-run single. Got the Diamondbacks on the board, made it 2-1 at the time. D-backs then were down 4-2 after Matt Kemp homer. 4-3 now following the salty home run in the 6th, and CO leads off the 7th against Andrew Cashner. There's the strike, 0-1. Pitcher spot is due up next, and Aaron Hill is out there in the on-deck circle. He'll hit for the pitcher, Hernandez.
Cashner now at getting up there in his pitch count. 77.
That's such a contrast for, Robbie Ray, who was over 100 and not through 5. Here's Cashner in the 7th and not quite at 80 pitches.
I know, and you know what he does? He pitches to contact. He's not afraid to throw to contact.
Well, when you throw 95, 96, you can do that, I guess. Robbie does that as well. Owings strikes out, 1 away.
He's that tail-end fastball just running away from the hitter.
Number 2,
So here's Aaron Hill, who will hit for the pitcher. Aaron walked as a pinch hitter last night, his first appearance since September 1st after that hamstring issue. 234 on the year. He's got 5 homers. On 1. Aaron over his last 21 games, sitting just under 330. And he's done very well as a pinch hitter this year. He's got a 346 batting average as a pinch hitter this season. 3 doubles, 7 RBIs. Slams it to left center. Myers makes a nice sliding grab. Takes extra bases away. Will Myers, we've seen him all over the field. Center field, left field, right field, first base.
When I tell you, Will Myers had him played perfect. He was playing a little bit towards left center field. That ball gets by him with his speed. He's got a triple.
It's the same ball that, sort of the same ball that Justin Upton struggled on last night. Nick Ahmed had a triple. So 2 down for A.J. Pollock. A.J. 3 for 3 so far. 2 singles and a double. Keeping a close eye on the Visalia Rawhide. Decisive game 5 of the North Division Finals in the Cal League. They are headed to the 10th. Visalia and San Jose tied at 5. Extra innings in the game 5 final. That's driven toward the right field corner. Kemp won't get there. It's a foul ball. Let's see if Matt Kemp is okay. Ooh. You got to be careful with Kemp, who's coming off 2 very serious shoulder injuries and an ankle injury.
Well, I'll tell you, that's not a normal fence out there. That's one of those hard barbed wire type. Doesn't give you a lot of leeway there.
Well, thankfully, there's no barbed wire on there, but it is chain link.
He's walking around like it is.
Yeah, you're right. Looks like our guy Chris. There you go. He's keeping that glove on just in case. He's learned his lesson. So it's 0-2 on AJ.
That's where you go down that right field line and you tell your bullpen guys to give you a little bit of help. Those guys were just killing them down there, just ragging on them after the play.
Well, when you're caged up like that, you get a little ornery after a while. That one got Tom Hallion behind the plate. We just lost Jim Wolf, our plate umpire, in the previous series. That one looked like it got the crew chief in the neck there. Ken Crenshaw, the Diamondback trainer.
Well, I'm not so sure the next couple of years that you won't see those umpires wearing those hockey type masks just as the catchers are wearing now.
Oh, CB Bucknor wears one. There's a couple that do.
There's only a couple, but most of these guys are old school umpires. They've been around for a long time.
Yeah. Here's a look. Tom Hallion behind the plate. Ooh. Yeah, the hockey mask would have protected him from that one. There's no doubt. This was Jim Wolf Friday against the Dodgers, and Jim had to come out and miss the rest of the series. In fact, that one just staggered him back there off the bat of Nick Ahmed. This was Ken Crenshaw checking out Jim Wolf, and now he's taking a look at Tom Hallion. Fortunately, the crew chief appears to be okay.
And that's one thing you do see. These umpires are pretty solid together. They come in there and check each other out, make sure they're all right.
Well, they've all been in that position, I imagine, right? Everybody at one point when they've had the plate has been rocked by one of those.
And that's when you're hitting right there. You ask the umpire, it's 3-1 count, right? 3-1? He goes, no. 0-2. Sorry, pal. Try to get a couple extra freebies in there.
It's a veteran move right there.
0-2 on Pollock. So AJ 3 for 3. He's hit safely now in 6 straight. And he's got 10 hits on the homestand, including 2 home runs. With a fastball away here.
Tom flinched on it like he was getting ready to call it.
That's that 2-seamer. It comes back toward AJ, but the 4-seamer that time stayed away. Just gets a piece of that one. Oftentimes when guys throw that 2-seam fastball, it's 2 or 3 miles slower than the 4-seamer because it's got that sink on it, but Cashner throws so hard. Both the 4-seam and 2-seam come in just about the same speed, 95, 96.
Yeah, one of the best at it was Greg Maddux, who used to throw that a lot to left-handed hitters. They kind of give up on that pitch on the inside half, and it just run back right over the plate.
Just like that. Backdoored him, and Hallion rings him up. Really good pitch right there from Andrew Cashner. He's got his 6th strikeout and a 4-3 lead.
Was the Cox Dig Life high-speed highlights. Our Gila River game summary. Josh Colmenter is out there to start the 8th inning. Diamondbacks trail the Padres 4-3. Another tough night for Robbie Ray, who goes 95 pitches plus, not quite through 5 innings. Matt Kemp's 3-run homer in the 5th was the big blow for the Padres. D-backs have a home run from Jared Saltalamacchia to get back within 1, and here's Colmenter to work the 8th. Brett Wallace will lead it off. Aaron Hill, who hit for the pitcher, remains in the ball game. He'll take over at second base for Brandon Drury. Wallace is 2 for 3, a single, a double. He has scored a run. So Aaron Hill will stay in the game and bat 9th. Pitcher spot now 7th in the Diamondback order.
A nice changeup right there, just kind of faded out of the strike zone. Another one back to back.
1-2.
We see it up in the zone. It just kind of fades down and away.
Well, certainly quite a contrast from Robbie Ray and Randall Delgado and David Hernandez, who all throw low to mid-90s fastballs, and suddenly here comes the pride of Homer, Michigan, throwing those changeups, curveballs. Fastball away, bounces it up the middle. Owens, one down. Take a look at our Chevron upcoming pitching matchup. Day off tomorrow, and then Gonzo. Well, you won't make the road trip, but we will. It's a long one. 10 games, a 10-game roadie, the final tour through the NL West. We kick it off Friday in San Francisco. Diamondback Live pregame show at 6:30 here on Fox Sports Arizona. Ruby and Mad Bum. Patrick Corbin, Mike Leake on Saturday. Jeremy Hellickson, Tim Hudson Sunday. Then it's off to L.A. for 4 at Dodger Stadium.
Oh.
Then we finish up in San Diego next weekend.
That's why BB took the day off today. He had to do some laundry back at the house.
Fell behind. Jed Jerko. Jerko 0 for 2. He walked his last time up. Right to Owens. Caught it on the fly. 2 outs. One shortstop to another.
I tell you, it's one of those where you think you might either short hop it or pick it up, and he made a nice play on that one.
Yeah, Bruce Dreckman right there to make the call. Corey Spangenberg now. Spangenberg had an RBI single back in the 4th. He struck out twice, 1 for 3. He's had 4 RBIs in the series, 4 hits. Trying to bunt for a base hit. Colementer's on it. And Josh Colementer works a speedy 1-2 3/8. It'll be Inciarte, Goldie, and Peralta 2, 3, and 4 coming up for the Diamondbacks, down 1.
Yeah, I mean, the bullpen's really eaten up a lot of innings these past several games, and looking for a lot more from Robbie. Deep counts, foul balls, high pitch count, got him out there in 4 2/3.
Good news is last night the D-backs came back. Bullpen did the job, and the offense answered the bell. We'll see if that happens again tonight, guys. As we get set for Diamondbacks Live, presented by CenturyLink, we talked pregame and we wondered, Mike Harkey, Hellickson went 1 inning, and then scene 5, Robbie Ray was looking to go deeper in this game, but Brandon, it didn't happen, and I know on the postgame show you're going to tell us why, right?
Yeah, I mean, the bullpen's really eaten up a lot of innings these past several games, and looking for a lot more from Robbie. Deep counts, foul balls, high pitch count, got him out there in 4 2/3.
Good news is last night the D-backs came back. Bullpen did the job, and the offense answered the bell. We'll see if that happens again tonight, guys.
All right, guys, Diamondback Live postgame show with Brandon Webb and Jody Jackson follows our ball game. Sent for the bottom of the 8th, the veteran Joaquin Benoit on for the Padres. He worked 1 inning last night through 12 pitches. He'll work to Inciarte, Goldschmidt, and Peralta 2, 3, and 4 in the Diamondbacks' 8th inning. Ender single in the first. He's 1 for 3.
Got to try to find a way here to get a runner on base. Try to get some runs.
Because that guy is getting ready. Greg Kimbrell. Trying to get the lead right here if you can. You don't want to be in position to be behind and have that guy come in and try and shut you down.
Well, anytime you play in a game and you know they have strong closers, Chapman, Kimbrell, guys like that in the National League, you always tell yourself you want to try to score those runs before the 9th inning because you don't want to be behind those guys coming out.
Well, the D-backs came back last night with a 5-run 7th. Down 1 here in the 8th. Leads off the 8th inning here. He has really hit well in his home ballpark this year. Out there with a 2-2 count. Ender over 330 at Chase Field, 265 on the road. Waved at a bad one there. 1 down.
Hey, D-backs fans, play Kachinko by signing up at one of the 20 interactive kiosks right here at Chase Field during any Arizona Diamondbacks regular season home game.
Update from the North Division Finals of the Cal League. Visalia and San Jose headed to the 11th inning. And in the Pioneer League decisive game 3 in Missoula, Missoula leads 8-1. Here's Goldie. He has struck out twice and hit into a double play, 0 for 3.
More times than not, close and late, when you get these relievers or guys late in the game, they're going to want to let you beat them away. They're not going to come in too often to a guy like Paul Goldschmidt. If Goldie's going to beat him, he's going to have to beat him the other way.
But if he pitches Goldie away the way that he can hit the ball to right field and right center with power, if he's not really careful, Goldie will take him out the other way for the game-tying home run rating.
Absolutely.
That's where they keep going. Left that one up at 95.
Most power hitters that have been around for a long time, they know when the relievers come in, you'll give them that inner half because they're not going to come in there. If they do, it's usually a mistake or a show-me type pitch. For the most part, they want you, if you're going to beat them and hit one out, you got to go oppo.
3-0 pitch. Gets the call away there from Tom Hallion, 3-1. Peralta on deck. David doubled and scored in the 4th. Full count, 3-2.
That last pitch, every one of those pitches on the outer half to Goldie.
Going back down there again. Drives it the other way toward the corner. That's a fair ball. Kemp plays it off the bullpen wall, and Goldie's in there. His 34th double. This is what we talked about. Pitching him away is fine, but you got to make sure it's really away. Otherwise, he'll do that. Got it up.
Boy, there's no doubt he got away with a mistake there. Usually Goldie will hit that ball in the seats with the power that he has. A nice job. He's just a smart professional hitter every time he's out there playing.
He is the tying run at second with 1 out for David Peralta. David's double in the 4th extended his hitting streak. It's now at 13 games.
hitting about .360 since the All-Star break. There's a strike, 0-1. And Ziegler in the Sanderson Ford bullpen. D-backs have out hit the Padres 8-6, but they trail it 4-3.
Well, here we see in center field, you see Upton playing to the left side towards left field. That's what we talk about, relievers coming in. They try to pitch to the opposite field of the hitter. You see an off-speed pitch. Down in the strike zone, sinking down and away. Well, I tell you, if he makes a mistake and Peralta can hit one into right center, he can run for days out there.
There's a whole lot of room out by the pool. Oh, 0-2. Got him. Joaquin Benoit, his second strikeout in the inning. 2 down now for Salty.
He just blew that ball right by him. I don't know if he was looking for something else. That ball just looked like it got on him in a hurry.
He threw him that changeup for the second strike and then brought the heat. Pat Murphy going to go to his closer here for the 4-out save. He's had Kimbrel warming. See if he makes the move. Yep. He wants Kimbrel. Diamondbacks have the tying run at second with 2 outs. Kimbrel coming in. Back in a moment. .com at bat. That's the #1 app for live baseball. You'll enjoy live look-ins, highlights, replay reviews, scores, StatCast, live radio broadcasts, and more. Get the MLB.com at bat app right now. Craig Kimbrel is on for the Padres here with 2 outs in the 8th, 36 saves. That ties him for the 4th most of the majors. And work to Jared Saltalamacchia after Salty homered in his last at bat.
Let's see if we can get some hits here. The bottom number is the one that everybody looks at, the 192 batting average.
Of course, the Diamondbacks have had good luck against Craig Kimbrel for the most part. Remember, Danny Dorn had a big hit late in the ball game that tied it up, 4 extra innings when Kimbrel blew a save here at Chase Field earlier this year. Goldie the tying run at second, 2 down. Salty 1 for 3. And a home run in the 6th. Well, this is 9th of the year.
Second base, Spangenberg. Kimbrel throws one pitch and puts out the fire. Ninth inning coming up. Diamondbacks still trailing 4-3. Of the year, Let's Go Places, brought to you by your Valley Toyota dealers. This is a long one. Final tour through the NL West, a 10-gamer in 10 days. 3 at the Giants starting on Friday, 4 at Dodger Stadium with that Death Star speaker out there in center. That'll be fun. And then 3 next weekend at San Diego at Petco Park. Then Gonzo, it's back home. That's pretty much it. 3 against the Rockies, 3 against the Astros, and that closes the book on 2015.
To close the book and prepare these Arizona Diamondbacks this offseason to get ready to go for the following year.
It's going to be a very interesting winter around here, that's for sure. A lot of questions to be answered. Josh Colmenter back out there for the 9th, and Melvin Upton Jr. will lead it off for the Padres, who lead it 4-3. Matt Kemp's 3-run homer in the 5th off Robbie Ray, the big hit of the ball game for San Diego. Upton has walked and struck out twice, 0 for 2. Here's the thing now. You got the lead. It's 4-3, so it's not critical for Pat Murphy, but he's got the pitcher spot with Kimbrel in there, due up 3rd in this inning. Aaron Hill. Austin Hedges coming up. Last time he was at bat, back in the
close.
Jarrett Saltalamacchia. Chaz Roberts, air conditioning and cool, play of the game. And there is Kimbrel, who will now, trying to get that 4-out save, have to hit here in the 9th. Here's Hedges, who is 0 for 3. Not that that's a big deal, or leading the ball game already.
Oh, with September call-ups, usually have a couple extra guys out there. You would have thought there would have been a double switch or something somewhere else.
Yep.
You definitely don't want to see your closer having to hit here like he's getting ready to.
No, it's not. You know, he's going to double switched anybody out of there. Diamondback Live post-game show. Brandon Webb, Jody Jackson right after our ball game. Time. And the outfield grass collects that one, throws out Hedges 2 down. 5 up, 5 down for Colmenter so far on in relief. And here's Craig Kimbrel. Well, we've got the interim manager in there, Pat Murphy. Padres are 36-45 under Murphy.
Okay, so this is a situation where I tell my guy, you just take pitches here. You don't need to swing the bat.
Exactly.
Let's see what he does.
I mean,
he gets a ball in here, gets jammed.
You got a million outfielders. You could have done a whole bunch of different things if you wanted to avoid this. Could have hit for Wallace, double switch Wallace, Jerko, Spangenberg out of the game. Something moved Myers to first. There's all kinds of options. It's early in September. He's not listening to you.
No, he does. The game's changed. I would have been. I tell you what, if our closer's up there and I'm sitting on the bench, I'm yelling at him, don't even swing the bat, please. You get jammed, your thumb, anything.
There you go, taking all the way on 0-2.
He took his one hack for the homer. Now just take the next two, please, or the next strike.
Thought about it. 2-2.
I mean, not my choice of throwing a breaking ball there. I wonder whose bat he's using, too. If that's my bat, I'm upset that he's swinging at all.
Looking all the way, and Colemente rings him up. Josh has retired all 6 East base. We'll go to the home half of the ninth. Lamb, Hill, and Owings due up. Astros Prince Fielder. Prince had a big night. And the Rangers beating up on Houston 14-3 to final. They might sweep the series. They have leapfrogged Houston, and they now lead the American League West. Take a look at our DirecTV American League West standings. Now a game and a half. And don't forget, the Astros fans come in here and play their final 3 games of the season right here against the Diamondbacks at Chase Field in what might be the 3 biggest games in Houston's year. That's October 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, there's no doubt the way it's playing out right now. That Houston team, when they come in here, those are going to be must wins for those guys.
Well, Diamondbacks must get a run against Craig Kimbrell. Jake Lamb will lead off the 9th. Pitcher spot due up next. Nick Ahmed is in the on-deck circle. And then Chris Owings after that. Jake walked and scored in the 4th. He's 0 for 2. One and 1.
96 miles an hour. I think you got to try to cheat on a guy like this with that exploding fastball. Try to get that bat head out, get it started a little bit earlier.
One and 2.
That is definitely a guy you don't want to fall behind. You want to try to get him early in the count.
Kimbrell in that familiar pose. off day tomorrow. They open up a 10-game road trip with the first of 3 Friday at San Francisco. Ruby De La Rosa and Madison Bumgarner. Diamondback Live pregame show at 6:30 on Fox Sports Arizona. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jake Lamb. This does get a piece and stays alive. Bad news, Gonzo. And the Visalia Rawhide have lost the decisive Game 5 in the North Division Finals of the Cal League. Visalia beaten by San Jose in 11 innings, 6-5 in the final game. So a great season for J.R. House's Rawhide ends tonight. 2-2 on Lamb. 96 missed inside. It's a full count. Ahmed on deck. Looking for a base runner here. There's our guy Chris. He's hung in all night. Edges can't quite get that one. Jake still alive at 3-2.
He's got his rally cap on and
still wearing that glove. That's good to see.
Nice job by Jake Lamb, taking some tough pitches and working it now to 3-2.
9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Big league at bat right here against one of the best in the business for Jake Lamb. Got him. 97 from Kimbrel.
He put a little bit more on that one. A fastball right down the middle.
Yeah. So they will recall Nick Ahmed now. Nick is going back to the dugout. He was in the on-deck circle. Looks like Socrates Brito will hit for the pitcher. Pitcher's spot now 7th in the Diamondback order after the double switch. So here's Brito to face Kimbrel. Socrates Brito 3 for 8 to start his big league career.
Let's hope this young kid can just jump out in front of one of those fastballs.
Chip Hale using the Socratic method here. Looking for a base runner against Craig Kimbrel. Socrates Brito just turned 23 years old earlier this month. Spent the entire year at AA Mobile. Had a good season playing for Robbie Hammock in the Bay Bears. Hit 300 with 9 home runs.
.96 by him. He's going to have to crank it up a little bit earlier. It's a good test for a young kid like Brito right here. He sees that fastball tailing up and away.
Not a lot of that in the Southern League.
Nope. Let's see if Kimbrel just elevates one right here, up and in on him. Or throws one up and away. Makes it tough to catch up to that when it's about 96, 97 miles an hour.
Can't be a fun at bat when you're down 1-2 against this guy.
He tried to come up there about belt high.
Second strikeout in the inning for Kimbrel. 2 down.
That's not fair there. You're looking for a heater, 96, 97. You get a breaking ball down and into Brito. You're geared up for that fastball.
It's up to Chris Owings now. Update from the Pioneer League Championship tonight in Missoula. The decisive Game 3 against Idaho Falls. Joe Mathers, Osprey, 3 outs away from a Pioneer League Championship. They're up 8-1 in the 9th. Here's Owings, a 2-run single in the 4th. He's down 0-1. Great year for so many minor league teams. Kane County, they went to the playoffs. Hillsborough won the Northwest League. Visalia eliminated tonight in the Cal League semis. Missoula 3 outs away from a Pioneer League championship. One and one. Aaron Hill is on deck. He was double switched into the ball game earlier. He would be next. One and two.
That fastball just has late life on it. Nice and easy coming out of his hands. You think you're right on it, and then that last 10 feet, it just explodes into the catcher's mitt.
And he doesn't need to nibble at all. Here it is. Hit it. Good luck. A ball and 2 strikes. Left it up. Owings got a piece of it to stay alive. Diamondback Live post-game show coming up next. Brandon Webb and Jody Jackson. Off day tomorrow. 1-3 against the Giants on Friday night. Final road trip of the year starts in San Francisco. Ball game. Kimbrel gets 4 outs. He strikes out the side in the 9th. And the Padres win this one 4-3. They take the series.